What if I told you that the majority of the complaints Ford owners bring into the dealership every single week, the rough idling, the sluggish throttle response, the mysterious check engine lights, the transmission that seems to forget how to shift, could be fixed for free, right in your own driveway in under 15 minutes? No diagnostic scanner, no labor charge, no appointment, no waiting room coffee that tastes like it was brewed in 2009. Mechanics at Ford dealerships and independent shops are not going to volunteer this information. Why would they? A shop that teaches you to fix your own car stops getting paid to fix your car. But the truth is, Ford vehicles, across almost every generation and model line, are loaded with self-correcting systems that just need to be reset when they drift out of calibration. These are systems that the engineers built in, that Ford knows about, and that the service manual documents in fine print that almost nobody reads. Today, we are going through every single one of these free resets, the ones that cover 97% of the common problems Ford owners spend hundreds of dollars trying to diagnose. From the throttle body to the transmission, from the idle control system to the battery management module, we are covering it all. Pay attention, take notes if you need to, and by the end of this video, you will know more about resetting your Ford than most of the technicians who get paid to work on them. Trick number 1. The throttle body relearn procedure that fixes rough idle and hesitation instantly. Let us start with the single most common free fix in the entire Ford universe, and the one that solves more problems than almost anything else: the throttle body relearn procedure. If your Ford has been idling rough, surging at stoplights, stumbling when you first press the accelerator, or just feeling generally flat and unresponsive at low speeds, there is a very high probability that your electronic throttle body is out of calibration and simply needs to relearn its baseline position. Here is what happens. Ford's drive-by-wire throttle system uses a small electric motor to control the throttle plate and a pair of sensors to tell the engine control module exactly where that plate is positioned. Over time, through normal use, through battery changes, through software updates, the ECM's stored reference points for the throttle plate's closed and open positions drift slightly away from reality. When that drift happens, the engine doesn't know where idle is supposed to be, and it compensates by hunting, surging, or stalling. The fix is completely free and takes about 10 minutes. With the engine fully warmed up and all accessories off, turn the ignition to the run position without starting the engine and wait 3 seconds. Then slowly press the accelerator all the way to the floor and release it completely. Do this 5 times within 5 seconds. Then turn the ignition off and wait at least 10 seconds. Start the engine normally and let it idle. The ECM will run through a relearn cycle over the next few minutes, and in most cases, the rough idle and hesitation will disappear entirely. On some Ford models with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost, 2.7-liter EcoBoost, and 5.0-liter Coyote, you may need to drive the vehicle through a specific cycle: light acceleration, steady cruise, deceleration. To complete the relearn, give it 20 minutes of normal driving and you will feel the difference. Trick number 2. The idle air control reset that dealerships charge over $100 to perform. On older Ford vehicles, the F-150S, Mustangs, Explorers, and Focuses from the early 2000s through the mid-2010s that still use a traditional idle air control valve rather than full drive-by-wire, there is a separate idle relearn that works differently from the throttle body procedure, and that dealerships regularly bill over $100 to perform as a throttle body service. The idle air control valve regulates the amount of air bypassing the throttle plate at idle, which is how the engine maintains a stable RPM when it is not under load. When the IAC valve gets dirty or its motor wears, the ECM's learned idle parameters no longer match what the valve can actually deliver, and you get the classic symptoms: rough cold starts, idle that drops dangerously low when you come to a stop, occasional stalling at intersections. To perform the free reset, start with a fully warmed engine. Turn off every electrical load: air conditioning, headlights, radio, blower motor, everything. Let the engine idle in park for at least 3 minutes without touching the throttle. Then turn the steering wheel all the way to one lock and hold it for 5 seconds. Then all the way to the other lock for 5 seconds, then return to center. This causes a brief load on the power steering pump that the ECM uses as a calibration reference point. Then turn the ignition off, wait 30 seconds, and restart. The IAC relearn will complete over the next few idle cycles. This alone has fixed stalling complaints that Ford owners have paid hundreds of dollars to chase with diagnostics that found nothing wrong. Trick number 3. The transmission adaptive shift reset that restores like-new shift quality. Ford's automatic transmissions, the 6R80, the 10R80 and current F-150S and Mustangs, the older 4R70W, all use an adaptive learning strategy that builds a profile of your driving habits over time. The transmission control module continuously adjusts shift timing, clutch pack pressure, and torque converter lockup behavior based on how you drive. This is genuinely sophisticated engineering, and when it is working correctly, it makes Ford's automatics feel smooth and well-matched to your style. The problem is that this learned data can become corrupted or simply drift into a range that causes problems. If you have noticed your Ford's transmission shifting harshly, banging into gear, slipping between shifts, or hunting nervously between gears on the highway, there is a strong chance the adaptive data has drifted and needs to be cleared so the transmission can start fresh with a clean baseline. The reset procedure is straightforward. Disconnect the negative battery terminal and leave it disconnected for at least 15 minutes. Some Ford technicians recommend 30 minutes for the 10R80 to ensure complete capacitor discharge in the TCM. Reconnect the battery, start the engine, and let it idle in park for 2 minutes. Then shift through every gear position: reverse, neutral, drive, and back, pausing 3 seconds in each. Then drive the vehicle gently for the first 20 miles, varying your speed gradually and avoiding aggressive acceleration. The TCM will begin rebuilding its adaptive tables from scratch, and by the time it has accumulated about 50 miles of driving data, the shift quality in most Fords returns to a noticeably improved state. Many owners describe it as feeling like a different transmission. Trick number 4. The battery management system. Reset that prevents false charging errors and electrical gremlins. Modern Fords, anything from roughly 2011 onward, and especially the F-Series trucks, the Explorer, the Edge, and the Fusion, use an intelligent battery management system called the Battery Monitoring System, or BMS. This module tracks your battery's state of charge, its internal resistance, its temperature history, and its overall health over time. It uses this data to regulate how hard the alternator charges the battery, and to decide when to run certain electrical loads on battery power versus generator power. Here is where the problem starts. When you replace your battery with a new one, which you absolutely should do when the old one fails, the BMS does not automatically know a new battery has been installed. It continues operating with the charge profile and resistance data it built up for the old degraded battery. This means it charges the new battery using parameters designed for a dying battery, which can result in undercharging, overcharging, reduced alternator life, and a whole cascade of mysterious electrical complaints, including random warning lights, start-stop system malfunctions, and accessories behaving erratically. The fix costs nothing. After installing a new battery, you need to reset the BMS using Ford's IDS software if you have dealer access, or alternatively, perform a manual reset by disconnecting the negative terminal for 20 minutes, then reconnecting and immediately starting the engine without operating any accessories for 10 minutes while the system recalibrates. On 2018 and newer Ford trucks and SUVs, there is also a menu option buried in the instrument cluster settings under Battery Reset that performs this function directly. Find it, use it every time you change a battery, and you will avoid hours of chasing phantom electrical problems that confuse both owners and technicians. Trick number 5. The TPMS sensor. Relearn that eliminates the tire pressure warning light for good. This is one of the most annoying and most misunderstood warning lights in any Ford owner's life. The tire pressure monitoring system. Light comes on, you check all 4 tires and they are perfectly inflated, and yet the light stays on. You go to the dealer. They charge you a fee to reprogram the TPMS sensors. You leave with a receipt and a story to tell at dinner. Here is the truth. In the vast majority of cases, the TPMS light staying on after correct inflation is not a sensor failure. It is a relearn issue. Ford's TPMS system needs to relearn the ID codes of your sensors after tire rotations, seasonal wheel swaps, or battery replacements in the sensors. When the system loses track of which sensor is in which corner, it throws a fault rather than displaying individual tire pressures. The free relearn procedure works like this. Inflate all 4 tires to the exact pressure specified on your door jamb sticker, not the maximum pressure on the tire sidewall, but the Ford-specified cold inflation pressure. Then locate the TPMS reset button. which on most Ford models is under the steering column or inside the glove box. Hold it until the TPMS light blinks 3 times. Then drive the vehicle at a speed above 20 miles per hour for at least 2 minutes. The system will scan for sensor signals as you drive and relearn the positions automatically. In most cases, the light clears within 5 minutes of driving. No tools, no charge, no dealer required. Trick number 6. The PCM Keep Alive. Memory reset that cures mysterious check. Engine lights. Ford's powertrain control module maintains something called Keep Alive Memory, or KAM, a section of non-volatile memory that stores learned fuel trim values, idle adaptations, misfire counters, oxygen sensor history, and dozens of other calibration values that the PCM has built up over the life of the engine. When this data becomes corrupted, outdated after major engine repairs, or simply drifts outside acceptable ranges, you can get check engine lights, failed emissions tests, and drivability symptoms that no amount of parts replacement seems to fix. Clearing the KAM costs nothing and takes 5 minutes. Disconnect the negative battery cable and, importantly, press the brake pedal for about 30 seconds after disconnecting. This drains any residual voltage from the system capacitors and ensures the PCM fully loses power, which forces a complete KAM reset rather than just a partial one. Leave the battery disconnected for at least 15 minutes. Reconnect and be prepared for the engine to run slightly rough for the first few minutes as the PCM begins rebuilding its learned values with no history to work from. Over the next 100 to 150 miles of varied driving, the PCM will relearn fuel trims, idle control, and all the adaptive parameters it needs. Many check engine lights that seemed impossible to diagnose permanently disappear after a KAM reset because the fault was in stale learned data rather than in any physical component. Emissions monitors will also reset, so if you need to pass inspection, give the vehicle the full drive cycle, highway, city, idle, before testing. Trick number 7. The Ford MyKey Master Reset that unlocks hidden vehicle restrictions. This one applies specifically to Ford owners who purchased a used vehicle, who bought a car that was previously part of a fleet, or who bought a Ford from a parent who may have set up the MyKey system with restrictions they never mentioned. Ford's MyKey system allows an administrator key to program speed governors, audio volume limits, safety belt chimes, and other restrictions into secondary keys. If your Ford seems to have an arbitrary top speed, if your radio seems limited in volume, or if you are getting incessant safety warnings you cannot disable, MyKey restrictions may be active on your key without your knowledge. The reset is free, but requires that you have access to at least one administrator key, the original programmed master key. Insert the admin key and go to the MyKey menu in your instrument cluster. Navigate through the settings and select the option to clear all MyKeys. This wipes all restrictions from all secondary keys and returns every key in your possession to full admin status. If you do not have an admin key because you bought the car used, a Ford dealer can override the system using IDS, but this will require a visit. If you do have the admin key, this is a 30-second fix that can fundamentally change how your car behaves, and it is something that almost no used Ford buyer ever thinks to check. Trick number 8. The air conditioning system. Recalibration reset that restores cooling performance. Ford's automatic climate control system, found across the Explorer, Edge, Fusion, F-150, Mustang, and virtually every other model with dual-zone or tri-zone climate control, uses a network of blend door actuators, temperature sensors, and a climate control module to manage cabin temperature automatically. Over time, the actuator position sensors can drift out of calibration, causing the system to blow the wrong temperature despite correct thermostat settings, create loud clicking or knocking sounds behind the dash, or produce asymmetric airflow where one side of the car is significantly warmer than the other. Before you assume a failed actuator, a repair that can run several $100s in labor alone given how deeply buried these components are in most Ford dashboards, try the free recalibration first. With the ignition on and the climate control system active, hold the defrost button and the recirculation button simultaneously for approximately 10 seconds until the climate control display goes blank and then restarts. On some Ford models, the procedure is to hold the off button and the fan up button together. The system will run all blend door actuators through their full range of motion, find the stops, and reset its internal position reference. Clicking noises that have persisted for months often disappear immediately after this procedure, and temperature accuracy returns to factory specification. Trick number 9. The Ford Sync System. Master reset that solves 90% of infotainment complaints. Ford Sync, in its various iterations across Sync 1, Sync 2, Sync 3, and Sync 4, is one of the most feature-rich infotainment platforms in the industry. It is also one of the most complaint-prone when it gets into a degraded state. Frozen screens, Bluetooth that refuses to connect, navigation that loses its mind, Apple CarPlay that drops constantly, unresponsive touch input, random reboots. These are the complaints that fill Ford owner forums and cost owners real money at dealerships when the technician's solution is simply to perform a master reset. The free master reset procedure for Sync 3 and Sync 4, the systems found in most Fords from 2016 onward, involves holding the power button and the right side skip button on the steering wheel, controls simultaneously for approximately 5 seconds until the sync screen goes dark and restarts. For a deeper master reset that wipes all user data and returns sync to factory condition, navigate through the settings menu to General, then Master Reset and confirm the wipe. This procedure clears corrupted cached data, resets the Bluetooth stack, wipes stored Wi-Fi credentials and phone pairings, and returns the system software to a clean state. On Sync 1 and Sync 2 systems found in older Fords, the reset involves holding the power and eject buttons simultaneously for 10 seconds. The result in almost every case is a sync system that responds faster, connects more reliably, and stops producing the random glitches that made owners think they needed a new head unit. Ford charges diagnostic time to perform this exact procedure. It costs you nothing. The bottom line: 9 free resets, 9 procedures that cost absolutely nothing, require no tools beyond your own hands, and maybe 5 minutes of your time. And that collectively cover the overwhelming majority of the complaints that Ford owners bring into dealerships and independent shops every single week. The rough idle that gets diagnosed as a faulty throttle body, the harsh shifts that get misattributed to a worn transmission, the check engine light that leads to hundreds of dollars in parts that the car did not actually need, the TPMS light that gets cleared for a fee that should have been zero. The reason this information is not widely known is not because it is secret, it is because it is not profitable to share. Every time you fix one of these problems yourself with a free reset, someone somewhere does not get paid. But your car runs better, your wallet stays fuller, and you walk away with a real understanding of the machine you drive every day. Every Ford on the road right now is carrying these resets inside it. They were put there by engineers who knew the systems would drift and degrade over time. They were documented in service manuals that almost nobody reads. And now you know about every single one of them. Use them. Share them with every Ford owner you know. And remember, the most expensive repair is always the one you did not need to pay for in the first place.